Shalom and good morning. It is Sunday, March the 15th, and I think this is week 5 of the garden tour of the season 2022. So let me show you. I want you to start in the front because my blueberry bushes are loaded. This poor guy is so loaded he's bent over. I'm gonna have to stake him up. And this one's standing up nice and tall, but look at all those blueberries on there. There's even more at the base, the little short stems at the base. Look at those blueberries, and they're not even fully grown yet. I mean, can you see those clusters? That's enormous. And all the ones in the front are like that. And check out this. This reminds me of, it was a blazing something climbing rose that I had when I was married to my first husband. And there's my factory perfume rose. That's the one that smells divine. One rose will smell up a whole room. But I love those. They're so beautiful. Okay, so around the side, and this is the one that's at the corner. But I mean, look how many blueberries are on there. I'm hoping I have to mow this again this week, so I'm going to scalp this and try to get that weed barrier fabric down on the side here. But these guys are also loaded. Look at that. So this right here will probably have to wait until Tuesday morning, if it doesn't rain, to get those guys, to get that grass up, and because I'm going to have to weed eat that grass again, and cardboard down, and get these guys planted. We'll just start at this end of the garden. So I still haven't cleaned out back here behind the shed. My fig tree right here is not looking so hot. The other guy is not looking so hot. And this one got broken. It's not looking that hot either. They might be dead. We'll see. But these guys need to... I actually got these because I wanted to put them around the front of the... Todd calls the front back here towards that building right there. He calls that the front because that's where the grill goes. But I call this the front. So anyway, he's gonna box it in on 3 sides, and so we're gonna have I'm gonna put a bed around 3 sides at least, possibly the 4th side, we'll see. So these guys are broccoli. That guy is not living, I don't believe. I think I bought a dead one. And that is one of the purple grapes. But I have a grape back here. I can't remember. I think it's green. I'm probably just going to plug it in right there and just let her eat. So the cabbages are getting nice and tall. which could be a problem. I may need to trim back some of these outer leaves, which these are edible, guys. These are edible. Also, the ones on the broccoli are edible as well. So when we go to plant the peppers in here, I may need to trim these back because the peppers are not that tall. But some of them have died, so it's a little weird. Weed. The kale is beautiful. Todd's going to harvest some today to use in his salad this week for lunch. Yeah, that's beautiful. And this one I think is cauliflower. The leaves are slightly different than they are for the cabbage. So you can see these are elongated. They feel the same. They look the same, but you can see the cabbage is actually a round leaf. And these are good for steaming. These right here, you can steam these guys. You can use them as coverings for the top of ferments, but you can steam them and use them as a wrap. Yeah, they're starting to dwarf our pepper plants. That may not have been the best idea, huh? But you live and learn, you make mistakes, and you do something different the next year. We have a puddle right here. Apparently I need to put some more drain holes in there. Sorry for our neighbors yelling. No. Okay, don't tell Todd. He wants to save every dang tree that lands in the garden. Don't tell him I'm pulling up this oak tree. And it's going to go bye-bye. He planted one. These guys see them. I don't know where the oak trees are, but there are definitely maple trees around here. I don't know where this one's coming from. But he wants to save everyone he finds, these and the maple trees. And I'm like telling him, honey, we don't have room for all of those trees. We just don't. I'm like, you know, you can create your own forest, but we're going to need a lot more acreage for that. Okay, so the onions, I have decided that in the empty spots, I'm going to put some okra. That's where I'm going to plant my okra. But we're also interspacing onions with in the other beds as well. So here are our lettuces. The romaine still, I mean, we can harvest the outer leaves, and I may do that for my salads this week, to put some in my salads. But yeah, you can harvest the outer leaves. And I was mistaken about this right here. This is actually chamomile. I thought it was dill because it was over there where I planted the dill. And but no, it's chamomile. Oh, that smells wonderful. The tomatoes, that I did not think were going to make it. Okay. I could have swore these guys were dead because there was no green after that frost. But they have made a comeback. Look at this. And they put on even more, look, there's even more coming out right here at the base, which I'm going to have to trim because you don't want them that thick. This lettuce is definitely ready to be harvested, so we can start eating on that, which means I probably won't have to buy any salad greens next week. The basil's beautiful. We found some garlic that had planted itself in the bed right here. So we just transplanted it. Yeah, almost all of those tomatoes lived. This one did not. And that one has not. But, well, I mean, that one's still alive. It's just not thriving. But the ones down there on the end are just absolutely thriving. I think that's a different kind though, to be honest. I'd have to look at my records. So these are kale, a different kind of kale. I've got to be careful. I tripped over this hose. Todd left it laying across the road, the yard last week, and I tripped across the hose and fell flat on my face. Yeah, these are gonna have to be. See, look. He put 2 in this one little pot. Bless him. I'm happy. I'm really happy that he's excited about growing things, and I'm happy that he's, you know, taking an interest in trees. We just need more space for it. So the apple trees are actually making a comeback. This guy looks good. He's putting on branches. He did not have these, and we're going to try to get these guys planted up today is the plan. But Todd went fishing this morning, so I don't know if that's going to happen. This guy over here is struggling. He's got 1 leaf still, no other leaves. This one has leafed out and is growing really good. That one has lost leaves. I don't know if it's going through transplant shock or not, but we'll give it a little while and see. These 2, which were the ones that were looking really, really bad, has actually started putting on new leaves all down the length of it. So they will make it if they don't go into transplant shock and die when we plant them. I do have some blueberries in my containers here that were from the front porch. These guys were absolutely loaded last year. This year, it's not looking so great. But that's okay. We have good years and bad years too, right? Check that out. So this is where the bloom was on the peony last week. Another Todd's rescues. By the way, all of these maple trees were rescued from our garden. Here's another oak rescue. These guys are looking good. We do need to figure out a good way to fertilize these. Other than we have the dry fertilizer. But and we've been using that, so it's working. We may just keep that up. Although supposedly the liquid finds its way into the trees a lot faster, or the plants a lot faster. So these are doing really good over here. I'm actually quite surprised. I wasn't sure how they would do, but you know, I had a bunch of them, so experiment. This was a gift. Isn't that lovely? I mean, just the thought was wonderful. My neighbor that lives right here, he does a lot of he likes to make wood projects and benches, tables and whatnot. So he made me he's also the one that gave us this frame, but he made us a bench for a potting bench for the greenhouse. So that was really nice. So here are so far. I have more in the house, and I don't know if I can get around there without getting my feet soaking wet, because the silo tarp collects water. it's pushed the dirt up. I'm trying to tease that off if it won't. Okay, so we have a lot here. I've got the Kajari melons, the Yamato, what is that? Orangello, Honey Island watermelon. Oh no, this is Yamato cream watermelon. Honey Island, Sugar Baby. That's some pink okra right here. Burgundy okra. I've got some holy basil started right there. Some purple basil right here. There's a really cool sorry, there's a really cool drink you can make with this in tea. The lettuce leaf basil right here. I tried some celery again from seed. So far nothing, although wait, I do see some pink celery coming up right there. Santa Fe, there's a little one poking its head up right here and here. The Chiltepin, nothing. We have some borage right there, some trailing nasturtiums, marigold. Now, nasturtiums don't like their roots messed with, but as long as you can plant the whole pot, they'll be fine. We've got some marigolds right there. A lot of marigolds. Cherokee tomatoes. The rest of this is Cherokee tomatoes. I have no idea. That's some kind of tomato right there. But as you can see, they're putting on their second, third, and fourth leaves right there. So they're doing really, really good. For me to be lazy and just stick them out here in the sun, so I don't have to what's it called? Oh look, here's a spot. So that I don't have to acclimate them when I bring them out. There we go. So these are Tabasco peppers. Sorry, these are pepper plants, not tomato plants. Cubanelle, orange bird, orange bird, orange bird. Watch, the stuff doesn't drain, but as soon as I step down. Tabasco. Seriously? Okay, apparently we've got more Tabasco right here. Chili peppers, chili, Fresno, yellow pear tomatoes. So these are tomatoes. Some of these guys haven't, well, it's starting to. Whoop, there it is. It's starting to just come up above the ground. Let's see, Fresno's, Candyland tomatoes, Candyland, and that one is also Candyland. So I'm not sure how much of these are actually going to live and thrive, but any extras I've also promised to my neighbor, my sister, if she wants them. So we have the Kentucky, I can't remember, beef yellow tomato, the carbon red tomato, the triple L crop, the Amish paste, Brad's atomic cherry, same. Let's see, what is that one? That's a chestnut chocolate cherry. And then a yellow pear on the end. And these tomatoes, if I can move these peppers out here, I've got some paste, stuffed paste tomatoes, same, Romas. And some of these were actually started with my own seeds. Black Beauties. So some of these probably need to be up potted, but I don't know if I'm going to up pot all of them or not. This is gold medal and the white tomasil. Now where's the dads? I don't see him. There it is. Dad's sunset right here. In honor of my father, who loved the yellow tomatoes. So that is a full garden tour, mostly. I didn't hit that back corner, but it really needs to be straightened up and organized, and I'm probably gonna stick most of that stuff in the ground. Because if I don't, if we do go to move in a couple of years, we're gonna have one whole truckload, probably 2 or 3 truckloads, just plants. But I mean, I guess that's okay too. So yeah, that'll do it for my garden tour. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. Yahweh bless you and keep you and give you shalom. Until next time, God bless.